What up, El Trevor? What up, I Love Cat? How you guys doing? Today, we are shiny hunting aerodactyl. I prepared for this in advance. Let me show you how much I prepared. I prepared over 120 eggs to hunt today. I'm doing great. I've already hatched 5, but they weren't shiny, so we're gonna go into the next 5. As you can see, I got a lot of eggs to hatch. And today we'll go for about an hour and a half or so for shiny hunting. And we're going to keep shiny hunting aerodactyl until we get it. That's the plan. Anyway, we're looking for a very, very pink aerodactyl. There's a hair on my screen. Anyway, how you guys doing? Like, did you guys enjoy the 4th? Our neighbors were setting off fireworks until like 4 o'clock in the morning. So, they had a lot of fireworks to set off. Oh, first egg's down. I got a new VR. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. MetaQuest 3S. That's... I'm about to get ice cream? Alright. Yeah, honestly, I prefer the MetaQuest 2. I don't really like the 3. I think the 3 is, like, inferior. Because it kind of is. To be honest, I am kind of happy you guys voted for Aerodactyl to be shiny hunted next, because I have been preparing these eggs for like a couple of days now. I have a 2. It's gonna start exploding if I have more than one model on screen. Let's see. Okay, so that's those eggs hatched. No shiny yet. I didn't expect to get a shiny in the first 5, but we got a lot of eggs to hatch today, so... So 5 to 6 years old, that's crazy. What up, Yowie Lover? How you doing? We are shiny hunting aerodactyl today. Markiplier streaming right now. All right. So what does that mean? What up, Nicholas? How you doing? We're gonna go eat dinner. If you're still on, maybe I'll be back. All right. Yeah, I just started stream like 6 minutes ago, so. What up, Ginger? How you doing? Shiny hunting aerodactyl today. I'm doing fine though. I enjoyed the 4th. Our neighbors, though, I will say. I think at like 12 o'clock. I think like 12 o'clock's a good enough time to like stop shooting fireworks. But our neighbors, they were shooting fireworks since like 4 o'clock in the morning, dude. And it was like, dude, I want to go to sleep. And they were setting off all the big ones. Eventually the cops showed up. I found a pretty little cat, and this little kid kept picking it up and throwing it during the 4th of July. I'm scared of the fireworks, so it hit under the truck. Okay. That's... I don't know, why was the kid throwing it? Yeah, I don't know. Someone got this full box. Filling up this box. Yeah, we got a lot of eggs. I got like well over 150 eggs here. Let's go to your boy. Yeah. How you doing, goofball? A lot of eggs. Probably like 180 eggs or 110 eggs. Or 210 eggs. see. Alright, have a good day at school, goofball. I was like 10 when I got my first VR. That's crazy. Saved up enough money for it. I used to have a VR. I think it was like my 16th birthday I got a VR, and I had it for like 2 months, and then it just stopped working. And then my folks took it back, and I never got it like anything returned. So I basically had a gift for like 2 months and never got the money back. I asked like, hey, if you're gonna take it back, can I at least get the money? No. Let's see. I really doubt the shiny's gonna be in like the first few batches of eggs. But like, you never know. That's crazy. I don't, like, VR is, like, it's cool, but, like, I don't know. I feel like it puts too much strain on the eyes. One more egg in this box. I don't get motion sick easily. Motion sick, luckily. I don't really either. But still, it just, I don't know. I feel like a VR can destroy your eyes fairly quickly. have a thing where I can wear my glasses and the VR headset. That's cool. So we gotta fill in this box. Okay, this is the last box I can fill in before I gotta... Anyway, did anyone launch off any big fireworks? Couldn't see them because I was petting a cat under the truck for an hour. Okay. I don't play Gorilla Tag. I tried getting into Gorilla Tag when I had a VR headset. I couldn't. I just couldn't. I played a lot of Gorn, the Gladiator game. I played a lot of that. I like just messing around with things in that one. I also played Sunset, Arizona. The zombie game. Okay. Not really sure you can achieve negative storage on something. My iPhone charger got a crack and got the crack of doom. I have no idea what that is. I have an iPhone charger and I've never gotten that. One full box of aerodactyl, by the way. Look at all these aerodactyl. Look at them. So far we've hatched 30 aerodactyl. We got a lot more to hatch. Let's see. I have the shiny charm in this game, right? I'm pretty sure I do. I have the catching charm, EXP charm, oval charm, and shiny charm. Yeah, okay. One viewer, yeah. That's how it's gonna be for a while. Anyway, if I get the shiny aerodactyl or hatching all the eggs, I'll hatch the rest of the eggs, but I'm gonna get my next fossil on there to start cooking up something. It'd be really cool if I got the shiny in the stream. I see. Let's hatch these guys. Yo, man, sorry I've been gone for a long time. But with the exams, family problem, etc. Anyways, I'm back. What up, Levin? How you doing? Yeah, it has been a while, but you're here now, so, you know, it's all that matters. You know, life comes first. Good things. How you been doing? I've been doing great. We're shiny hunting right now. You've been doing a lot of Pokemon lives recently? Yeah, I'm gonna do a drawing live later. I'm gonna stream for like an hour and a half. We're approaching the 30-minute mark now. So, and then I'll do a drawing live. Are you gonna draw this time? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure who I'm gonna draw this time. Maybe I'll draw Rhonda. I've been meaning to redesign her lately, so. You think you're gonna have any shiny this time? I'm hoping to. I've prepared like 210 eggs. The shiny odds to get an egg in this game with shiny charm are like 1 in 550. I think it's 1 in 510. Yeah, no, it's 1 in 510 for an egg. So, I'm sure we'll get it today. But if we don't, you know, tomorrow. I wanted to draw something Pokemon the other day. I think yesterday. Or the day before. And I drew Guzma as, the evil team leader Guzma from Team Skull as, Togedemaru. People seem to really like that one. You get to go to Italy? Italy's fun. What time is it where you live? About 4:30. The stream either ends after an hour and a half or I run out of eggs. Oh, fuck! Okay. I looked away for a second. How do you get so many eggs? I build them up. So basically, this lady will give you eggs, and I just keep going back and forth on this bridge. And every time she has one, I collect them, and I just let them build up so I have a bunch of them. Then I start hatching them. Well, if we get the shiny before hatching all the eggs, we're gonna make a kick-ass omelet. No, fucking with you. We're gonna hatch the rest of the eggs if we get the shiny before hatching all of them, just to see if we get another shiny. But, after I hatch all the eggs, I'm gonna pluck out aerodactyl and put in one of the other fossils I need to shiny hunt. But those are when the stream ends. The stream ends either when I run out of eggs or if I reach an hour and a half. Damn, the only one left and alive. That's how it's gonna be. Curious, since when did you start playing Pokemon? And what Pokemon game did you start with? I started Leaf Green, Pokemon Leaf Green, when I got it. And I decided to stream a playthrough of that. Initially, I was trying to do a living dex in that game. I gave up because I was like, I already have a living dex of Kanto. I tried then to do a normal dex, and I gave up on that because I started getting so frustrated with Leaf Green. Because, I mean, like, there are so many things in that game that just are designed to frustrate you, it feels like. And since I'd already had a completed dex of Kanto, I didn't need one of Leaf Green's Kanto. I did one shiny hunt in it, but I'm gonna go back to it and shiny hunt in it a few more times. But, yeah, when I finished that up, I started another series, and then also my shiny hunting series. I recently finished Leaf Green too, probably like the other day, like a week ago at most. Okay, let's put these eggs in here, grab these eggs, put them in here. I think once I fill this box up, I'm gonna stop collecting eggs because I have nowhere else for eggs to go. Yeah, so once I fill up that box, I need to stop collecting eggs because I have nowhere else for them to go. So then I've got to finish off all those eggs. That's crazy. Aerodactyl takes a long time to hatch because it's a slow hatch rate. Pretty sure all the fossils are. I don't really know that much about Pokemon. That's okay. If you have questions, you can ask. I know a decent amount. Okay, switch out the next. What's your favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon's Gengar. The original ghost type. Is that a rare spin maker? What? I mean, shiny. I mean, Gengar is not that hard to get shiny. You just gotta be dedicated. No shiny is super hard to get. Some take way longer than others, though, because of the methods you have to hunt them by. It's fine. My autocorrect also hates me. Alright, here we go. Next batch. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Earlier, when that person came in here and said Markiplier was live, I think it's where everyone went. Like, the second somebody comes in here and says, hey, this other person's live, everyone goes and watches them, which is, like, really... I think that's wrong to go into somebody else's live. What color is the shiny? Okay, so aerodactyl is normally pink. Shiny aerodactyl is, like, really pink. Like, a noticeably different pink. Its wings are also blue. Yeah, so this is, like, a pale pink, or, like, a pale lavender. Shiny aerodactyl is, like, super pink. With blue wings. It's very noticeable. Like hot pink? Yeah, like hot pink. What up, Melissa? How you doing? But yeah, anyway, yeah, I just find it super rude to go into somebody else's stream and be like, hey, this other person's streaming. Wow. I don't ever go and do that to other people. Especially to small streamers. To talk about somebody who's way bigger than that stream and be like, hey, this person that's better is streaming? What the fuck are you trying to do? It's dumb as hell to do that. To go on someone else's live, it's so disrespectful. Yeah, it is disrespectful. If you want to go watch somebody else's stream, go watch somebody else's stream. Don't be like, hey, everyone, this other person's streaming. So let's go watch them instead of this guy. Like, what the fuck? Are you saying, like, my content is, like, nothing compared to them? I mean, seriously, that... I also had this one dickhead in here one time, like, he came in and was like, hey, I'm gonna start streaming, you know, you guys can come watch my stream. And it's like, okay, why are you self-promoting in my stream? I fucking banned him, of course, because I was like, dude, no self-promoting. He came in on an alt account and was like, why did you ban me? And I was like, you were self-promoting. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? One of my big rules is, like, don't self-promote. Actually, that's just, like, a common thing in general. Why go to somebody else's stream and self-promote your own shit? Like, what the fuck? Dumb as hell. Yeah. Just, I don't get people sometimes. Anyway, how you doing, Melissa? I don't know if I said something earlier, so. All right, next batch of eggs. Six more eggs. That's all I can hold. Happy Pride Month. Is it Pride Month now? I thought June was Pride Month. Oh, late Pride Month, yeah. I think after this stream, I'm gonna go take like a shower or something like that. I don't know. I just, I got my ankle bit up by mosquitoes. So I'm gonna go wash it and all that stuff. Put some anti-itch cream on it. And, chillax for a while. And then come back with a drawing stream. Do that for like an hour. Try to design, get a redesign for Rhonda. Not Roxanne. Roxanne's already got her design. But Rhonda. And then maybe come back for a Pokemon Fire and Ice stream. Mosquitoes are burning hell. Dude, I hate mosquitoes. My ankle's got like 2 spots on it where it got bit. So, I don't know why my other foot wasn't bit up. But my my right ankle, it's got one like basically like right on the middle toe and one on the back of my heel. They're not super itchy right now, and I'm really I'm resisting the urge to itch them. But still. My legs are red from mosquito bites. That's sad. That's why I prefer to wear like full clothing. I didn't put on actual shoes. I put on flip-flops, so that's why I got bit up. 2 more eggs I can hold. Dude, I can't go up to somebody or like a guy and say, "Excuse me, sir," without somebody, and I mean literally anyone within the proximity, doing the Charlie's Inferno thing. Or like I can't say that to any of my friends. Where I can't say like "excuse me" or anything like that without them going, "Excuse me, sir." Like stupid. It's not a bad song though. I actually listen to it, but still, just. It's the fact that I can't just say the word without it getting, like, you know, memed on. Pretty sure that was the last egg. Am I correct? Yep, alright. No more eggs. No more egg collecting, just egg hatching. I have nowhere else to put those eggs. Let's see it. Damn, I'm like the opposite. Like one day, my friend wanted to talk to another person, but she was shy. I said, "Okay, let me handle that," because like I came to this person and said, "My friend wants to be your friend with you." She stopped talking to me for like 2 months or 2 weeks. Yeah, that's why I avoid trying to have super shy friends. You have like a story to share? A story to share. Let me think about my life real quick. Any interesting stories? Okay, I'm gonna shut up for a sec. Alright. I'm trying to think of a story. Okay, I think I have one that's actually pretty funny. So, I was pretty young. I think I was maybe 6. And I went to my great-grandma's house to hang out with my cousins. Their names are... I'll say their names. I haven't seen them in like a decade, basically. His name was Mitchell. And... Shoot, what's going on? What's going on? Why are you saying shoot for? You gotta go or something? Alright. Oh, I see. Anyway. Yeah, so I was like 6, and I went to my great-grandma's house to hang out with my cousins, Mitchell, and I can't remember his sister's name. It's been like a decade since I've seen them. It was Mitchell, me, his sister, and I don't remember who the 4th person was, but there were 4 of us. And he wanted to go out to this old abandoned shed. Like, you could see it from the property, and he wanted to go to this old abandoned shed. And I remember my Uncle Tom had this dog, like this pit bull bulldog thing. I don't remember if it was a pit bull or a bulldog. His name was Hunch. Hunch was a good dog. I don't really remember a lot about him, but I know he had this stick, and he chewed on the stick like crazy. Eventually, they had to take sticks away from him because he'd chew through them. But he had like this like thick stick, like this that you can thunk somebody with this stick. So I wanted him to come with us because I was scared. The grass to get there, it was like yellow grass. It was taller than me at the time. It was like this thick yellow grass, and I'm pretty sure it had a few ticks in it. I'm not exactly sure, but I remember something about Mitchell getting covered in ticks. But we went out there, and I managed to get that stick away from Hunch, and that dog wanted that stick back. He didn't growl or anything like that. He was never a growling dog. He just kind of like followed you if he took his stick. He had this like look on his face, like I'm gonna get that back from you. So I stuck it in the back of my pants. Like I didn't have any pockets, so I just tucked it in my waistband. And I had the stick with me. And I remember we went to the shed, and Hunch is following behind with his stubby ass legs. And he's like, he really wants the stick back, and he's not willing to give it up. And then Mitchell's like, come on, let's keep up. We get there, and I don't remember what the hell we did there. I think I wanted to leave immediately, and his sister did too. I think his sister was like my age, or maybe even a year younger. Mitchell was 2 years older than me at that point. But, like, we didn't want to stay there. we left, and as we were walking back, I got jumped by a snake. Like, it scared the shit out of me. I don't think it was poisonous. I think it was just like a regular old garden snake or something. But I remember falling back after it hissed at me. Because it scared the shit out of me. I didn't know it was there until it started hissing at me. I fell back, and when I looked back up, Hunch had that thing in his mouth, and he was just thrashing it around. It was like, to me, it was horrifying as like a kid. Because like its guts flew out and everything like that. I mean, he was thrashing that thing. I have never seen that dog so damn aggressive before. And then he just carried that off. He went back to the house. He was prancing with it in his mouth. He didn't even care about the stick anymore. I followed him back, but I was like keeping my distance because I was afraid the snake was like alive. But no, he just went back to the house, and then my Uncle Tom is like, "Where the hell did you take my dog?" And I was like, "He killed a snake." Mitchell, of course, for some reason took the blame for me, so I didn't get in any trouble. Which, to my head, made him really cool. But yeah, Hutch ate that snake. I think they may have took it away from him, but I know for a fact he killed that snake. Then the dog was like, "That's my new stick." Yeah. I remember before we left, he was eating that snake. He was like actually eating it. So, yeah, that was a fun experience. Not really for me as a kid, but now that I look back at it, it's hilarious. Hutch by now would be definitely dead. I mean, he was already kind of an old dog. I think he was like 7 when I was 6 years old. He would definitely be dead by now. That was like the second to last time I ever even saw that dog. But the sad thing was when we left, I still had the stick on me, and I didn't even realize. It was only when I was getting put in my car seat. I think I was in a car seat still. I'm not really sure. I was a really short kid, so like it was kind of like mandatory I'd be sitting in a car seat. My mom was like, "Why do you have this stick?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Hutch's stick." And he never got that stick back. I felt kind of bad. So anyway, that's a story from me. It was a very long time ago. Now that I look back at it, it's kind of funny. But that's a good memory I have of that dog. It's one of the only memories I have of that dog. I think the last ever time I saw Mitchell, he came over to my house, the house I'm currently living in now, and we played Castle Crashers for like 2 hours, and then he had to go, and I think that was the last time I ever saw him. I don't think I recognize him now if I saw him today. That was also over a decade ago, so. Cool story? Thanks. I actually don't think I'll hunt aerodactyl every single shiny stream. I think I'll take breaks and tackle different things at a time, but I'm gonna hatch probably all the eggs right now. I think that's what I'll do actually, instead of going for an hour and a half. Is I'll just hatch all the eggs currently. But I don't really know what else to share. I'm trying to think of some other stories, but that's a pretty prominent story in my head for some reason lately. I thought it was a shiny for a second. No, you would know what a shiny looks like. Trust me. You would know what the shiny looks like. It's so obvious. Like, it's such an obvious change. You would have to be literally colorblind to miss it. What up, hamster lover? How you doing? We are shiny hunting. I just got done telling a story. What am I doing? These are hatch. I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait a minute. I just hatched the eggs. It like didn't click in my brain. Alright, after we hatch these guys, this means that will be 90 encounters. We're counting the encounters by box. One of my hamsters died from my stupid cat. I only have 6 hamsters now. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, you gotta make sure you keep those animals separate. One of your sisters gave your hamster to the cat? That's insane. That's also a little, you might need to have your sister looked at if she's giving your pet to another pet. What up, Denter? How you doing? We're shiny hunting. I didn't think you'd be shiny, you little bitch. Okay, you guys have no idea, but if you were in Discord and you know about it, I failed a shiny one of these things back in high school. Every time I look at one now, I think it could be shiny. I've knocked out over like 600 of them. Also, if you guys want to join the Discord, you find it in my community posts. I freaking slapped her. I mean, yeah, I would too. I would never trust my sibling near my pet again, ever. Okay, my sister, I haven't seen her in a long time now. But I have this very interesting memory. We had just gotten this puppy. And his name was, we named him Chomp Chomp. He was a Chihuahua. He was a little black Chihuahua. His name was Chomp Chomp. But for some reason, I remember one day I left my door open. Because back during that time, for some reason, my sister was allowed to come into my room whenever she pleased. For no reason. I had to let her in my room sometimes. Like, I'd have my friends over, and then she, like, begged to come into my room. And it's like, don't you have your own friends to go hang out with? I don't know. Anyway, I have this very, like, scary memory of her violently shaking that dog. And she had this face, like this face that was terrifying to look at. I mean, she was violently shaking that dog. Like, aggressively. And she did not like the dog when we first got it. She didn't like Chihuahuas. And I had a feeling, and I've always had this feeling, that if I had not noticed that, she probably would have killed that dog. My sister's a very unkempt person. She's always just been a little off to me. I still love her as my sister, but there were incidents every now and again as a kid that just, she displayed behavior just like my mother did, of like psychotic tendencies, which are scary now that I think about them as an adult. Like, when we were little, I think I was like 11. She found it funny, or no, I was not 11 at this time. I think I was 13. And she would have been 9. She found it really funny to poke me with thumbtacks. And I was like, hey, that really hurts. But no, she kept doing it. And I have a very, very scary memory of waking up and she was dragging a thumbtack very, very hard against my skin. And I had like this slash against my belly for like a couple weeks. And my mom was like, she's just messing around with you. And it's like, no, she's hurting me. It was only when we were in public and I got poked with a thumbtack did my mom finally put her foot down and be like, hey, stop with the thumbtacks. I actually know. I think it was when I started telling the school that I was being poked with thumbtacks. But yeah, she was she displayed a lot of scary behaviors as a kid, and even like now, she displays like very interesting behaviors. She's greedy as well, like super greedy. Like, she would be upset on my birthday that I would be getting presents. My mom always had to get her a present. And she'd get, like, something expensive, too. Like a $40 present. And I'd be stuck with, like, maybe $20 things. Now, then again, my mom would get me a present on her birthday, but usually what she'd get me is like some cheap dollar store ass toy. Which I never would end up playing with. I never even asked this on her birthday. Hell, I never wanted to go to her birthday parties at all. Because her birthday parties were miserable. And I remember every single birthday party of hers was miserable. Because she was the star of the show. Everything revolves around her. But when it was my birthdays, that wasn't the case growing up. Her friends were snot. Like, I mean, like, seriously. And I couldn't say anything against it. My mom, like, babied the shit out of her. and like gave me the shit end of the stick. It was only when she got taken away that I become the priority of attention again, and I got taken away. And I went to live with my father. Well, she got kicked out too, so. Yeah, my family's not the greatest. Like, I'm not a perfect person either, but I never did things that were, like, really fucked up, you know? Like, I think maybe as a kid, I stole a toy from another kid who bullied me. My mom would go there for, like, drugs, but she brought me along there, and I stole a toy from him. That was, like, my only thing, like, instance of stealing. I never stole from anyone, really. At my birthday, I needed to share gifts with... I need to share gifts with my gifts, cuz... What? You typed that wrong. You kind of have the living life. That's all I'm living. I mean, now, I don't really talk to my mom. I have not really talked to my sister either. I have a younger brother that, I do occasionally talk to. I have a lot of family. I don't really want to talk about any other siblings. I just don't feel like talking about them. But my younger sister, she was not very good to me. And even then, whenever I talk to her, if I talk about my life, she'll get bored after like 5 minutes and be like, okay, well, it was nice talking to you, but if she's talking about her stuff, she'll go for hours at a time, and it's like, okay, it's really sad that I can't tell you anything that's going on in my life either. Right now, though, I just live with my grandma. I've been out of high school now for like a year. It feels weird still. And I'm streaming. That's what I've been doing. I've managed to rekindle something with my father a little bit. I got to see my younger brother again. At least I don't think he doesn't hate me. I don't think he really knows anything about me, though, is the thing. I watched him as, like, a baby. Have I been cycling around with hatched eggs this whole time? Yes, I have. What an Hunter, you're an idiot. I'm like, man, these eggs haven't hatched in a while because I've been cycling around with hatched eggs. Jesus, I'm dumb. We're gonna finish this box of eggs off, and that'll get us to, like, 120 encounters. That should be good enough to end on. Or maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Dude, I learn crazy lore about my family all the time. Like, I learned some insane lore about my family. Apparently, everyone on, like, my mom's side of the family, according to stories I've heard from my grandmother and my uncle and my mom, is the live almost done? I mean, yeah. I was going to end after an hour and a half. I may go a little further than that. You can just dip out if you want to. I'd say sleep is more important than watching my live. I'm probably going to... I'm not really sure when I'm going to end yet. Have a good day. Alright, I'll be seeing you later, leaving. Or leaving. Have a nice, good rest. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I'm probably going to end soon. After I finish this box of eggs. Of course, I sat there for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and cycling around with just a set of eggs that I already had hatched because I'm not paying attention. I'm telling stories like an idiot. Anyway, oh yeah, I got one more story. Lumen, all right. I got one more story that really bothers me even now still. You don't have to stick around for it. You can always rewatch the live for it. It'll be near the end. But anyway, it was one of my sister's birthday parties. And we went to the trampoline park. I remember we all went, and some of them started doing backflips and all that stuff. Like, it was okay. Her friends were jumping around. What was I doing? I think I was playing the dodgeball game. And somehow my sister got hurt at the trampoline park. You know, it was only inevitable when you were face planting on the hardest parts of the thing that eventually you were going to hurt yourself really badly, you know. Because she found that so much fun for some reason. She landed and hurt her finger really badly, or wrist, and I got in trouble for it. I was on the other side of the trampoline park, and I got in trouble for shoving her. I was on the other side of the trampoline park in a completely different area. I got in trouble. I got my ass whipped. All because she said, Hunter pushed me. How in God, and like, even after some of the people there were like, no, that didn't happen at all. You know, she landed on this thing, and this platform that was like super hard. She landed on that and landed on her wrist weirdly. No, I got in trouble. I was nowhere near her. I didn't even know she got hurt until my mom came back there, said my full name, and I was like, oh God, what did I do? Are we supposed to leave? And she grabbed my wrist and yanked my ass all the way over there and was like, you apologize to your sister. Did you not find it weird I was in the dodgeball part this whole time? Like, she kept coming there to check on me. I never left the area, so I don't know. And I got in so much trouble over something I didn't even do. And then my sister was like, why did you push me? And I was like, I didn't even push you. You knew I didn't push you. And she gave me this look like, I know you didn't, but I got you in trouble anyway. At her birthday party. I didn't want to go to her birthday party either. I really didn't. But I was forced to. That was the last birthday party I ever went to hers. I never went again. I was old enough, and I was like, I don't ever want to speak to you again until you properly apologize to me. Because I got my ass spanked. I got my shit taken away. Hell. Like, I wasn't even allowed to, like, communicate with other family members until I was done being grounded. So, like, once again, I'm an idiot, and I'm sitting here telling a story and not trading at the eggs. Jesus Christ, this stream's gonna go on forever. We're gonna finish up this box of eggs, and I have a few more boxes. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going eggs until I feel like I don't want to go anymore. But, did she apologize? No, she never apologized. My sister was never one for apologizing. She was too proud of herself for anything. Like, even my friends don't like her. Because, I mean, she shows psychopathic tendencies. And she does. She's just, to me, my sister is a sociopath, and my mom allowed her to be one. You think she'll ever apologize? She's never apologized for me to anything. Like, I think the last birthday she ever came to mine, and I was like, I didn't want to have another birthday because of it. Because they all, no matter what, sometimes even my, like, I think I turned maybe, let's see, how old was I at this point? I think it was maybe 11. I think I was 12 actually. This is like a year before the tack thing stopped. I was with my friends, and I don't remember who they were, but they stopped like coming to my birthday party too. They stopped coming over to my house. Except for one of them, which was Outer. Actually, no, I don't think I met Outer yet. I don't know. But I know they were some school friends. Their names, I think their names were Harrison. And like I don't really care about sharing their names. I haven't seen them since like, you know, kinder or elementary school or some shit like that. But their names are Harrison and Liam and stuff like that. And I think like two others. Jacob? What? Did Jacob come to my party? I don't know. And then a friend of mine, I don't remember his other name, the other one's name. But it was the four of them, and they all came to my party. And my sister was there. And my whole party had to stop so my sister could sing this cringy ass repetitive song of a Five Nights at Freddy's fan song thing. My whole party had to we were all playing the arcade games and all that stuff. We all had to stop, come back to the table so we could listen to her fucking sing that stupid ass song for like 15 minutes. It was her own version of a Five Nights at Freddy's song, and I can't even remember what the fucking song was, but I know for some reason it pissed me off so much because that's all she sang. She sang it, and she sang it, and she sang it, and it was like the same words over and over and over again. And she mumbled most of the words. And then at the end of it, we were supposed to clap for her, and like nobody did. My friends looked uncomfortable, and they stopped talking to me. Because every time they came over, my little hangouts revolved around her. It was infuriating. I was so happy she got taken away, but it was also so sad because her life went down the shithole. Like, I feel partially bad for where her life is now. But at the same time, I can't bring myself to care. No, not 50 minutes. 15. But still, 15 minutes to sing the same repetitive song. I mean, literally, it was one line over and over again. And some mumbling. And I was so frustrated. My next birthday wouldn't be had with my mother. It would be had, I think I'd be had with my other grandma on my dad's side. And then most of my birthdays would be had on my dad's side for a couple years after that. Finance of Freddy. No, I don't blame you. No, and it wasn't even a Finance of. It was her own version of a Finance of Freddy because she had created her own little Finance of Freddy's thing that was her. It was all about her. All the characters were named after her. Like everything was her. My mom would get pissed at me that I didn't care about her lore. And at the time, I was writing my own thing. I like it wasn't like what it is now, my Project Agony. But I was already writing my own little story with my own little characters. And I suddenly had to learn the lore of her little FNAF universe. That made no sense. It just, I don't know. It's still some of those things bother me. Even today. Because it's like my mom just chooses to act like none of it ever happened. But my life revolved around that stuff for a while. Hey, did these eggs hatch already? Once again, I'm telling stories and I'm getting distracted. Jesus, this is gonna keep happening, isn't it? Anyway, that's all the stories I have. I'm gonna keep going until like just feel like I don't want to play the game anymore, or until I hatch all the eggs. I need to stop getting distracted though. Like I really need to stop. That's tragic. Yeah. It's fine though. I mean, she's doing whatever she is. Her life sucks apparently. I'm sad about it because she's my sister. But I also can't bring myself to care enough about it. Because I've heard she is not that great of a person down there either. I've heard some stories. I know the people she's with aren't good. But she also doesn't seem to be the greatest either. Like, the last time I went to see her down in Wyoming, she had these really nice friends. And I mean, they were really, really nice. And she treated them like trash. They were the nicest friends she'd ever had. They were super nice to me. Unlike any of her other friends. And she treated them like utter garbage. So I really cannot care anymore about what goes on down there. I don't hate her. Like, I want to make that very clear. I don't hate my sister. But I also don't approve of the kind of person she is. If you get what I mean. Alright, this time let's switch out the batch and not go 5 or 10 minutes without switching it, you know? I think that'd be smart, guys. Yes, by the way, I have turned the music down because, like, the Sword and Shield music drones on in this area. So I don't want to be hearing it for hours on end while farming eggs and all that stuff. So I turned it down. Okay, let's switch to eggs. We're about to have 120 encounters. Anyway, yeah, so for any of you who are going to bed now, good night to you guys. Hope you had a happy 4th. And peace out to you. I'm going to keep playing until I either get the shiny or run out of eggs or until I just don't want to play anymore. I actually should put on a video in the background to listen to. But if you guys have any more questions to ask me, I'll happily answer them to the best of my ability. Have a good night. Yeah, you too, Lumen. Have a good night. I've been meaning to play God of War again lately. Like, I like God of War, but, like, I got God of War 4, and while I like the original God of War games, I've been meaning to play through God of War 4 and get Ragnarok as well. Anyway. So, Dennis, did you set off any big fireworks? Or did you go and watch them? Also a question, did you get eaten up by mosquitoes? Because I got 2 mosquito bites on my foot right now, and they're really itching. I may also have to end stream because I need to go, like, wash my foot off and all that stuff. Plus, I just think I need to take a shower after all. It's been, like, a day, 2 days since I took one. I don't take a shower every day. I take a shower, like, maybe every 3 days. Unless I'm gonna go somewhere, then I'll shower. But, like, I don't really leave the house all that much. So, some people shower multiple times a day. I don't get that. To me, a shower every 3 days is fine enough if you don't leave the house. Tuesday, I'm going to try and have Outer on stream again as a guest. And he's going to be shiny hunting with me. Not really. Hey, man, you got lucky, man. You got lucky. Mosquitoes are annoying. Alright, next batch of eggs. See, now that I'm not telling a bunch of stories, I'm able to focus a lot more, you know? We had 120 soon after this batch. The odds are 1 in 510. So if we crack 510 eggs open, then So be it. I will do a drawing stream, though, today. What do you mean, what? Yeah, 510 eggs with shiny charm, so should be fast to achieve. Damn. What do you mean I couldn't get away? How is this Minccino faster? Why did it have Aqua Tail? I always check Brilliant Aura Pokemon in case they're shiny. Especially Minccino, because I've knocked out enough Minccino for the Brilliant Aura method to work. Spider-Man, get the fuck back home. Yeah. I thought that was funny. I'm actually excited for the new Spider-Man movie. Alright. That's 120 aerodactyl hatched. Let's go on to the next batch of eggs. This will be 150 once all these guys are all done. And then maybe I'll be done after that. We'll do 150 now. Me too. Master rage baiting. Interesting. But yeah, I've been thinking about playing God of War or something again. I've also got Switch Online for a year, so I've been thinking about doing some Final Fantasy VI. I wish aerodactyl didn't take so long to hatch. I can't talk in Spanish. I don't know any Spanish. Please keep it English. Alright, can you stop with this? Can you stop with that? Alright. Next batch of eggs. Just making sure. Also, for any of you wondering why I have a Colossal in the party, if you're wondering, Colossal has a thing called Warm Body or a Fire Body, and Fire Body makes hatching eggs go faster. So a little tip for any of you in case you want to try this. Yeah. That is cool. Yeah, it's a little neat piece of information that Pokemons with fire bodies or Fire Body as an ability can hatch eggs much faster for you. It's very useful. What am I doing? We gotta switch up the eggs. Sadly, though, it's still like aerodactyl and stuff like that take a long time to hatch. Oh boy, we got plenty. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 90 more eggs after this to hatch, plus the ones in here. Anyway, we're approaching the 2-hour mark. Oh, here we go. Come on, give me the shiny. Give me the shiny. Give me the shiny. I will say 150 eggs in 2 hours is not bad. Especially with all the distractions I've had. Any of you ever play God of War? Or Dennis, you ever play God of War? have. Which ones have you played? If you don't mind me asking, which God of War game have you played? Can't remember, but I played one of the old ones. So yeah, there's God of War Ascension. In timeline order, it goes God of War Ascension, Chains of Olympus, God of War 1, God of War 2, or no, so God of War 1, and then Ghost of Sparta, God of War 2, God of War 3, God of War 4, and then God of War Ragnarok. Those are the games in order. I own God of War Ascension. I own Ghost of Sparta and Chains of Olympus. I own 3, and I have God of War 4. So I will say Ascension is pretty bad. It's an okay story. The gameplay though, holy shit, is it hard to get used to. Like the parry mechanic, they want you to parry, and it's not a very good parry mechanic. There's this like ending before like the end of the game, like this gauntlet, and the gauntlet is unfair as shit. God of War 1's pretty janky, but it's a good game. I've played it a little bit once. I haven't really gotten to play it much. I've never played God of War 2. God of War 1. You played God of War 1? Yeah, it's a little janky. I've played a bit of Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta. They're good games, just janky because they're PSP games. But I got the PS3 ports. I've never played God of War 2. I have God of War 3 yet. I have yet to play it. And I played a bit of God of War 4. I've been meaning to play through God of War, though, on God of War difficulty. And like 100% it and all that shit. You know, really learn how to play it. Wait, what am I doing? I'm telling a story. Or I was talking and I got distracted. Give me this egg. Pop that in there. I never really got far into God of War 4. I beat God of War Ascension. I never beat Chains of Olympus or anything like that. Because Chains of Olympus is just... Ooh, it's not a hard game to sit through. I almost beat Ghost of Sparta. I enjoyed Ghost of Sparta. I really do like God of War's story, though. I also cannot wait for God of War La Fey to come out, because that looks very interesting. Filling up my water bottle. With another water bottle that I just saw laying around. I need some water. Some water. Water bottle. Yeah, it does. Yeah, God of War's got a great story. I don't think we're gonna get the shiny today. I'm gonna be real. But I will always be preparing. I will prepare more eggs next time, obviously. And we'll continue. Okay, time for the next one. Yeah, we got 90 more eggs after this batch. After this batch, though, we'll hatch to 150, and I think that's where I'll call it for now and just gather more eggs. Like, my phone's almost dead, so that's probably where I gotta end it, is after this batch. I really appreciate you sticking around, Deniser. It means a lot that you stuck around. You're welcome. Yeah, it means a lot. Let's see if we can get a shiny in this batch, though. I'm gonna definitely hatch a few more eggs off stream, but like I'm gonna be gathering more eggs up. First I'm gonna go wash up, then I'm gonna watch something like a movie. I'm gonna be gathering eggs while doing that. Yep, right there. My phone's at 20%. So let's finish up this batch and I'll continue maybe later. Hey, Dennis here. Do you have Discord? Why not join my channel Discord? I don't think I have it. That's all right. All right, so we did not. So that's that. That's all the A's we're going to do. We did how many? 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. 150 are done. Let me mark that down somewhere. I'll mark it on this first page or something like that. 150. 150 eggs down when the odds are 510. I'm sure we will get the shiny before we hit 510 odds. All right, I'm gonna end stream. I'm gonna go release all these little bastards. Don't worry about these boxes. These are my this is my Living Dex box that I'm working on currently. It's gonna get put on hold for a while. But oh boy, got a lot of shinies too. I got a lot of things to hopefully get shiny. Anyway, I'll be seeing you later. You have a great day. Dennis here. Thanks for sticking around. I will be streaming again later. Maybe. Most likely. Probably at like 8. So, alright. Peace out.